Well, Eric, you said the players would be mad after Thursday. You said they'd be angry. Can you use that as a positive? Can you channel that emotion into your performance today?
Sure. What brings you energy? That is humor, is music, anger. And yeah, from Thursday, we have to use the anger because at the last minute, that's far below standards, and we should manage that.
Can you also take confidence from your last performance here against Liverpool just 3 weeks ago?
Not only from last game, but also from Thursday. We play very good, but the game is still the final whistle. And so first whistle, Thursday, we were not there. Very good character, showed the team, be back, but there was not luck. And as well, against Liverpool, it wasn't luck. I just showed the chart where we, across the whole game, we were dominating the game, dominating the chances, the XG, and it was not luck to win the game. Now we have to go again, so we have to make some improvement when we do things slightly better, because Liverpool can always score. They have brilliant players, they have a brilliant setup, they play a very good season, we know that, but if we do the things right, we have a very good opportunity to win this game.
Well, Jürgen, you said in the build-up, we better be ready to play a really good football match. So how big a challenge and how big a moment in your season lies ahead?
Look, all the opponents coming up for different reasons are really difficult to play against. They have their own targets, they have all these kind of things, they have quality, United especially offers quality. They won the last game against us 3 weeks ago or so, and so just being ready to face the specific things they bring on the pitch on one side, and on the other side use it as well, kind of. So it's just the normal football challenges, to be honest. I heard now that one of our legends said you have to play the occasion. I think you have to understand the occasion. That's definitely important. We know that it's like if they do well, then the atmosphere is there. If we do well, then it's much calmer. So that's one way to deal with it, and that's actually the idea. We want to be good in possession. We want to be good against the wall as well. We have to, because there's the real quality, I would say. And then we have to try to score goals. That's it.
Well, one of the men who scored a very important goal in the weekend, Sheffield United, Alexis McAllister, got 5 goals in his last 10 games, 5 assists, Michael, in that period as well. And
2 teams, how does the point leave you feeling?
Disappointed, to be honest, because I feel like second half we performed really well. I feel like we picked it up, and the lads worked really, really hard, and it was just minor little mistakes, well, really they're major, and I think we just ironed them out and we win the game. Your first Old Trafford goal was some goal. Just give us an idea. I mean, I know maybe a little bit of the shine's been taken off it now by their equaliser, but when the net ripples, how was that? Yeah, I mean, of course, it's unbelievable feeling. First professional Old Trafford goal, and to do it in this fixture is also amazing. But as I say, at the end of the day, we don't walk away with the 3 points, so I can't be too happy. No, but just to dwell on it for a sec, what I did love, you set off on your celebration before it even goes in. You knew immediately, didn't you, where it was headed? Yeah, I mean, it felt good, so yeah, I think I got a bit ahead of myself, but they went in, so it's all right. You said in your first answer there were minor or major things that went wrong, need ironing out. What were they? I feel like it's just little mistakes on the ball, off the ball, you know, but I mean, they happen in games, but sometimes they can just be detrimental, and I feel like that's what's cost us. How tough was the first half? Yeah, I mean, definitely very tough. They're a good side, and against these teams, they're always dangerous, and it's always a tough game, especially in this fixture. It takes it out of you, so yeah, it's tough, but we always have to bounce back from these things. And for their goal, not to pin it on you, but collectively, were you disappointed that Diaz ends up in so much space? Yeah, of course, these are, again, details that we've missed, but... What happened there? Because at one point you had him, but I don't think it was actually your job. No, it's, as a team, obviously I own my own jobs in the team, and we all have our own jobs, but it's just, he's pulled away in space and the flick-on's got to him, so, yeah. Thanks for coming out. Thank you.
Much more from Michael, Wayne and Nemanja on the way.
on the day where Liverpool have dropped points in the title race, on the weekend where they'd already seen Manchester City and Arsenal win away from home. They can only get 1 point at Old Trafford. Kicking off very shortly is Chelsea's trip to the bottom club, Sheffield United. Chelsea will have a European spot within their reach now. Have Manchester United not winning again there. 7th is guaranteed Europe, of course. And then a big game will bring you at 6 o'clock UK time. Spurs with the opportunity to go into the top 4. Forest with the opportunity to move away from the bottom 3. So this is a happy screenshot for Arsenal fans. They stay top on goal difference. They're plus 51, Liverpool plus 42, and then a point behind City plus 40. So the top 3 again separated by just 1 point, and in the top 2's situation just by goal difference. And as I say, Manchester United up to 49 points. Spurs, if they beat Forest, will go past Villa and into the top 4. Nottingham Forest could do with the points, though. They saw Luton win late on at home to Bournemouth yesterday. That's pulled Luton level on points with Nottingham Forest in that 3rd and final relegation spot. Forest looking over their shoulder. Anything in North London would be most welcome. Honours shared between the 2 old rivals in the end that could have big consequences at the top of the Premier League table. Reaction on the way, but much to discuss. Manchester United, as we said, hadn't had a single shot in that first half. They were 1-0 down, 5 minutes into the second. Before we get Wayne's take on the finish, what about Jarell Quansah, the centre-back, in that situation?
It's obvious mistake. But what I have to say, that Quansah, after that mistake, he was magnificent. And he showed personality, and that's what it takes to play for the big club like Liverpool. But it's too easy to concede a goal like Liverpool did. Obviously, great finish by Bruno. So, you know, I did some mistakes during my career for United, and most important, after you make those mistakes, don't make it again. Don't make another mistake. So praise to him after the game. He's a young boy. He was strong enough physically and psychologically to finish the game well.
One then. What about this finish?
I've seen you do 1 or 2 like that before.
Yeah, no, it's a great finish. Keeper's a bit fortunate he doesn't get the hand on the ball because he'd get a red card, but I think the finish is the technique. He almost stabs it and gets the right amount of spin and obviously just enough elevation to get it over the keeper, but it's a fantastic finish.
How hard is that technique when it's coming across? Is it easier if the ball's coming from the other side?
If it's coming from the other side, you can put a bit of curl on it, so it's a lot easier. It's a bit like when you're playing golf, it's easier to do it that way, for some of it.
Don't include us in that.
No, but that's such a difficult technique to do and keep the control on it. It's such a hard skill to do first time, the ball coming across you, so it's an incredible finish.
Normally you plant your foot right alongside the ball when you strike a ball, but when the ball is coming across, you've almost got to plant your foot a lot shorter than you'd normally do, and so it runs across your body. So sometimes you just get a little toe, can't you, with your standing foot, and then you miss the ball totally. So it's quite a difficult technique that he did it well. Yeah,
it was a hell of a finish, but you and I cast our minds back 10 years. It's not quite in this category at Upton Park yet, is it?
Not at all. Well, as soon as we saw it, we thought, I've seen Wayne do that before. This is a lot more difficult. Obviously on the volley, but to get the...
He's taking something away from you there, was it?
No, to get the accuracy on the volley like that is...
That's an easier technique to do than Bruno's one today, yeah.
To strike it well, but I mean...
I had a similar one against West Ham for Everton, which was more similar.
You drilled that one, though, didn't you?
To Bruno's one, but that one's easier than what Bruno's done because, as Michael said, your left foot can get in the way of it. And the amount of times you see players when they go to kick the ball and it's the left toe, what Michael said, and then you complete that. Bruno's goal there was an incredible technique.
High praise indeed. Now, talking of high praise, Kobbie Mainoo, I mean, he's just creating headline after headline to score your first home goal in front of the Stretford End in the league, like this, in a fixture like this.
As soon as it left his foot as well, wasn't it? We were right behind it. The camera angle was great. He finds a lovely little pocket, actually. He starts the moves and finishes it as well. Wan-Bissaka making a bit of an overlap, but that touch on his back foot to open himself up to curl it. You can just see here, top of your picture, we highlight Mainoo in a lovely bit of space. I mean, he did play quite high today. And look at Jurgen Klopp, he knows it. he's screaming to his men, you know, someone's got to go and pick him up. You can see that. And after the goal goes in, Jurgen Klopp's absolutely fuming that he was allowed to turn and allowed to have that space. But I just love this back foot touch here. Takes it away from his man and opens the space up to curl it in. It's brilliant.
I mean, in this kid, Wayne, he's 19 in 12 days. Everyone, when he first got in, he's a holding midfield player. He's a lot more than that, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. And I watched him play against Notts Forest as well. And he played a little bit higher, so he can certainly do that. And again, you see, what I liked about that is when he got the ball, he drove at the Liverpool backline. And that's why Wan-Bissaka then makes the overlap, which we didn't see much today, of Wan-Bissaka making that overlap. And then he gets forward, he carries his run onto the box, and great first touch, and the finish is incredible.
And as a centre-back, when you've got someone like that coming at you as well from midfield, which probably Liverpool didn't expect today, that's further complications, I guess, is it?
Maino has been fantastic, especially his awareness in these areas. He reminds me sometimes of Modric. He always feels who is behind him. And so you can see that he did the first touch, straight away moved to the side, and great strike. It's difficult to defend that.
And he is now Manchester United's youngest ever goal scorer in this fixture in the Premier League era. He's knocked Waza out of the way, but as you can see, Michael is still the youngest ever goal scorer in this fixture. At least you've got one record left.
He's nicked most of them, so I'm happy with that one. Clinging on.
Now, we saw Diego Dallo give a penalty away late on at Chelsea. When you go to ground as a defender in Wan-Bissaka's situation, are you always running the risk of what happened?
Of course. Definitely in this situation, obviously, Wan-Bissaka should stay the ground, because especially around him was a lot of bodies. And obviously Elliott was clever enough to wait for that tackle and inertia of tackle of Wan-Bissaka to touch his leg, and definitely was penalty.
I think on that, though, when you go back a bit, Bruno's too easy to get past as well. When Gomez, I think it is, run down the line, and Bruno dives in and just lets him get past it, and that's why Wan-Bissaka ends up having to come out. If he just stays on his feet, you don't get to this situation, but I think it's very poor from Wan-Bissaka. It's sloppy, and you go to ground like that, you run the risk of giving a penalty away.
Mo Salah didn't have his finest game in a Liverpool shirt. He had a long wait as well for that penalty, but kept his cool. Missed
a couple of chances today that you'd normally expect him to score. Yeah, he was quiet today, you're right, Steve. He was quiet in the game. But he sent the goalkeeper the wrong way, and it's a beautiful feeling when you just hit the ball and then you see the goalkeeper diving the other way, because it's all about pressure, there's no enjoyment of scoring, it's just, thankfully, I miss and whatever, so it's that fear of missing, but no, he stuck it away nicely. And overall, even though I thought Liverpool should have been maybe 1 or 2, or 2 or 3 even in the first half goals ahead, you know, with the comeback from Manchester United in that second half and then going ahead, I think both managers probably at the end of the day will be, happy with a point.
So, Liverpool in front at half-time and in charge when you look at some of those statistics. The first time since October 2015 that Manchester United last failed to have a shot in a half of a Premier League game at Old Trafford. Liverpool have had 15 of them, and one of them have gone back of the net from Luis Diaz, which we'll see in a moment. But Wayne, from Manchester United's point of view, are they fortunate just only to be one down there?
Very fortunate, I think. It's been poor, been too open, too easy for Liverpool to cut through them and get to the penalty area. And other than Liverpool being a bit wasteful with the chances, that's the only positive, that they've gone in at half-time 1-0 and they're still in the game, because this game could be out of sight by now.
Let's have a look how Liverpool are in front. The frustration from a defensive point of view, A, it's a set play, and B, Vida, talk us through what they're trying to do, what they should be doing here.
Obviously, we see here, they have 3 players. Obviously, Wan-Bissaka, and you see Wan-Bissaka here with the player. And you have 5 players in the line, which they're trying to see. Casemiro here, he didn't attack the ball. He should be taking the responsibility for that position. He's late, and obviously Núñez get better of Wan-Bissaka. And there's coming third mistake, Dalot and Maguire, they didn't react well for the second ball. So 3 mistakes in one corner, you're going to get a goal.
That's the one Liverpool did finish, but goodness me, they've had opportunities to add to that.
Yeah, really good opportunity as well. Away at Old Trafford, you don't expect to get so many, but lots of teams have this season. Been a lot of unselfish running as well, Steve. Been really impressed by that. Just have a look at the chance here from Szoboszlai. It's a fantastic save from Onana. But as I say, the unselfish running from Liverpool attacking players has been brilliant. This time it's Diaz. Look at this, taking Dalot away, leaving that big space for his mate to run into. And then the next chance we're going to look at is exactly the same. This time it's Mo Salah. Look how fast Liverpool break. But the unselfish running as well to create space for your teammate. That ball was slightly behind Salah, but this is the better angle where we see Nunez really busting a gut. He takes Maguire away with him, and that leaves Salah to have a chance. And then this is another chance, Wazza, that you'd expect Salah to probably score.
Yeah, I think he snatched at it a little bit, hadn't he? And again, Liverpool keep breaking on Manchester United, and as Michael just said there, the speed Liverpool are running forward, the Manchester United players have to run at least that speed back. Even if you think you mightn't get there, you mightn't get back. You might just get there to put the player off, but you'd expect Salah to score that.
Very early on, 2 minutes in, actually, Garnacho had a goal ruled out for offside. You feel he didn't need to be offside?
I didn't, no. I thought he could have arced his run a lot better than this. This is early in the game, as you say, Steve. This could have made the whole difference. And he finishes it well, goes around the goalkeeper. No one thought or knew he was offside, let's say. But if you just make this little angle, you can keep the momentum of your run, but you've got to almost, flatten your run a little bit. Not so direct, and I'm sure, because he was only offside by a yard. If he just flattens that run, runs across the line a little bit, then that's a major chance. But he goes so direct, he's too keen to get in so early in the game. I just think he needs to angle his run a little bit, and that could have been a different story.
Peter, we saw in the cup tie it goes swings both ways. United are only one down. Can they regroup? Can they come into this?
I think that in the first 15 minutes, they stick to the plan. Obviously, they everyone stay behind the defend as a team. As soon as they concede the goal, they're a different team. We see too many counter-attacks. We have two lines in the team. I would like more to see Bruno helping the team, Casemiro and Mainu to helping back four, because we see the gaps in that line between midfield players and defenders. And if we give chances to Liverpool in the second half, like it did in the first half, with more goals.
Chances, but does that reflect what you've seen in this first half, Roy?
Yeah, absolutely. I think after about 5 or 10 minutes, obviously Liverpool got a grip of it, dominated the game, should be 2 or 3-0 up. Obviously they're letting United off the hook at this moment in time. They've got to take these other chances or they will regret at the end of the season. The game's there for the taking. United have been so average on every aspect of the game, but it's 1-0. They're still in it.
And Liverpool had to take their opportunity from a set-piece, Jamie.
Yeah, they've cut them open for open play, but it actually works out as a set-piece. And when you look at it from Liverpool's perspective, first of all, good movement by Nunez, and Diaz has to keep that one down. It's really good technique. First glance at this, you're looking, OK, Maino is marking Diaz, but that's actually not really his job. Because if you look at it, that should be man for man. You pick him up, you can see Diaz gets off the back of him, and he finds himself in a really good position. And that's what you'd look at. Maybe is he going man for man? But they have a corner. The next corner that comes in, it proves it isn't actually his job. Great finish, exactly what you want to do from a Liverpool's perspective. He leans back, makes sure he keeps it down, hits it into the ground, and then the next corner, we're looking at it thinking, Roy and I are going, OK, as a midfield player, that's his job. He's going to mark Diaz this time. You can see he's asking Maguire, what's my job? What have I got to do? But you can see that he's soon going to attract himself to Virgil van Dijk because he wants to try and block him. But I'd be thinking that really would be more of a problem, especially after him scoring. But it just shows that it's actually not been Mainu's job. And I don't think there's anybody organising saying that's what you should be doing.
Yeah, the bot.
I'm Derek Ray. I'm joined for commentary by former Arsenal fullback Lee Dixon. And without doubt, a match with the potential to bring genuine excitement. It's Luton Town taking on Chelsea.
Hi, Derek, thank you. Well, both managers will be reminding their players how important...
Well, it could be on for him here. Is it going to be? Keeper getting the touch. And it's gone behind for the corner. Over it comes. Did his job defensively. And they'll get ready for the throw-in. Pearson. So after that, a goal kick it'll be. Well, pick your adjective where Hakim Ziyech is concerned. Explosive, I think, might be an approach. Can they take the lead here? And mistimed the run, sadly. That's offside. Throw-ins given. This looks promising.
Well, it's the care and attention, all that worked.
And a blunder by the keeper. Werner. Promising attack, but his timing was off. Well, they've lost possession of the ball. Nicely cut out. Oh, that's an interesting pass. Ziyech. In it goes. An early goal. No wonder they're celebrating.
Well, as we look at this again, the keeper's every right to ask where his back line was, but 2v1 in the end. He's thinking now, is he going to pass or go round me? He's got no chance.
Well, real difficulty keeping the ball. Ball's gone.